Welcome back, guys. My name is Alyssa, and today we are going to be talking about my most anticipated reads of 2021. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that I am going to be actually reading them in 2021, but these are books that I'm actually excited for, so I'll be keeping an eye out for them, and maybe hopefully I'll read them. So with that said, let's just jump right on into the list. First up, we have The Forever Sea by Joshua Phillip Johnson. It's marketed as an environmental epic fantasy. There are ships that float through a sea of grass, and they're kept aloft by their hearth fires. And I don't know what environmental epic fantasy means, but I'm here for it. The cover is gorgeous. The big thing that gets me is the difference between the UK edition's cover and the US edition cover. They give completely different vibes, and I love them both. I'll have a picture posted of both of them here, but yeah, that is without a doubt like the one for sure that I want to get a hold of and read because it just sounds so interesting. We have Sun Daughters and Sea Daughters by Aimee Ogden. Hopefully I said that correctly. And it's basic from what I've read for the synopsis, because let's be real, I don't do that. It's marketed as a space opera retelling of The Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid isn't even one of my favorite fairy tales, but I am definitely here for a space opera version. So let's keep our fingers crossed that that one turns out to be really good. Blacktongue Thief by Christopher. The name will be here on the cover. I'm not saying that because I don't want to butcher that, which is what I probably should have done on the last one. I don't like saying people's names wrong. So anyways, the big thing that drew me to this particular book was the cover. Like, it's beautiful. Like, I love its cover. But apparently you are following a thief, a witch in training, there's a veteran knight, apparently a blind rescue cat or something, and they're on a journey through a land that is still recovering from the war-torn war with the goblins. So, like I said, I don't read synopsis, guys, okay? These are like pinpoints that I picked up reading the synopsis, so hopefully that sounds intriguing to you guys, because it sounds intriguing to me. Next, we have Under the Whispering Door by T.J. Klune, and I read his book, House on the Cerulean Sea, fell in love with it. And this one is about a guy who dies, but doesn't want to move on, but falls in love with the ferryman who's supposed to transfer him, you know, to where the dead people go. And it sounds sweet and wholesome and a little odd. And the fact that I loved House on the Cerulean Sea, I am definitely willing to give this one a shot. Next, we have Gearbreakers, which is by, let's say who it's by. Let's not jump too far in this one. Zoe Hana Mikuta, and this was without a doubt cover. I did not care about anything else. I saw two girls, a mech suit in the back, and I said, yes, honey, we're gonna read that one. I didn't need anything else. Just the giant mech suit in the back was like really what pulled me in, because I am a Gundam fan, so I love mechs. I love mech suits. So a story that has that, I am here for. So, but apparently that's what it is. You have two girls who are fighting on opposite sides, and they each rebel against their own sides to try and stop the war that's going on, and they end up partnering up, and there'll probably be a love story. Who knows? I'm just here for the mech suits. We'll see what happens. After that, we have Fugitive Telemetry by Martha Wells. The next what is it? Number 6 in the Murderbot installment, because we love Murderbot in this household. And frankly, I don't even need to read the synopsis about it because it is a series that I'm going to pick up regardless of what it's about, because Murderbot is amazing. Best thing ever created. After that, we have Persephone Station by Stina Leicht, and this one, definitely cover. So many of these I caught interest because of the covers alone, but it's also being pitched as a Mandalorian slash Cowboy Bebop, like, they say people who are fans of The Mandalorian and Cowboy Bebop will enjoy this book. I am a fan of both of those things. So that's what I'm gonna dive into that one. And the synopsis was really, really long, so I didn't really read it because I don't read those things. And basically, from what I figured, I could be wrong, go read it yourself. But there is a backwater planet that has like a lot of, where there's a tavern and a bunch of very shady people collected together there in a group, but they've got morals and standards, and they're hired to stop this company from exploiting their planet. And yeah, that's what I gathered from the synopsis because I refused to read it. I need to stop doing that. But yes, Persephone Station. I'm looking forward to that one, although it may not seem like it. Next, we have Lore by Alexandra Bracken. This one is Greek mythology inspired, and if there is anything I love more than anything, it is Greek mythology. And the cover has Medusa basically on it, so I am here for this. But basically it has something to do with the gods have to come back down to Earth. Not Earth, they come back, I guess, to Earth, I don't know. They come back and they are like fighting to survive and live, and they're being hunted by like the ancestors of those they've killed, and it's just like a big all-out battle brawl thing. I don't really know, but it's Greek mythology, there's fighting, there's possible death. I'm here for that. Let's do, plus Medusa, with Medusa like being like the character chosen to be on the cover, I'm like really hoping that there's a big reason for that, and we might actually get like some Medusa. I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed. Next, we have The Two-Faced Queen by Nick Martell. I actually, as you can see, we have book 1, The Kingdom of Liars. I actually had the ARC for this one. Fell in love with Michael. Michael is just one of those guys where you're like, Michael, if you don't stop it, Michael. I spent a lot of time just going, Michael, when I was reading it. And it just made me fall in love. The lore also is very interesting in it. The world building. There's a moon falling apart. I really hope number 2 tells me what's going on with that. But I also want to know who the Two-Faced Queen is. I'm very interested. I do actually have the ARC for book 2. So I am going to be reading it soon. But it is already like on pre-order. I've already got it locked down. I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna read it. So it is for sure one of the books on this list that is going to get read this year. Most likely because I have the ARC for it, but still. Yes, not Kingdom of Liars. That's Kingdom of Liars. The Two-Faced Queen by Nick Martell is definitely one of the top ones that I am anticipating. And last but not least is one that I actually just kind of recently came by. It is called Hall of Smoke by H.M. Long, and it's a Viking-esque story. Basically, this warrior, she gets shunned, banished by her goddess, and then while she is away from the village, her village is attacked and slaughtered. And now she's trying to get back onto the good graces of her goddess to bring, to let her people like basically pass on to Valhalla, basically like the hall of the honor and everything. So that sounds really interesting. I like the whole idea of following this like Viking warrior woman who's out to prove herself worthy and then save her people's spirits and souls. So that is the last one on the list that I am anticipating. Like I said, that doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to be reading all of these this year. This is just what I'm hoping to read. This is what I'm keeping my eyes out for, what I can hopefully get my hands on, and then if I don't read it this year, I can read it next year. But it's stuff that I am anticipating and I'm looking forward to. So if you enjoyed this video and you would like to see more and follow along, hit subscribe, like, you know the drill, all of that. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.